What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Cool TV Reviews, and I am back with another video. In today's video, I will be doing my recap of Season 9, Episode 2 of The Walking Dead, titled The Bridge. It was a really good episode, in my opinion. It had a lot of action. You seen, a lot of shit go down. I don't want to reveal right now in the beginning. I'll just, make my way through the episode as this video goes on. But it starts with a conversation between Rick and Negan, and you can, tell that these two guys hate each other. The disdain, the tension, and animosity is clear. Rick spared Negan's life by slitting his throat instead of killing him like he should have. But he listened to his son, Carl, who's no longer here. Rest in peace to Carl. But Negan is locked up, and they were just having a conversation. And these guys are more like than they want to admit, or than Rick would like to admit. Both guys rule with a iron fist, and they think their way is the best. But we've seen over time that it's not always the case. But in this episode, you've seen Daryl and Old Boy get into it. I can't think of Old Boy's name. If y'all know his name, drop it in the comment section down below. But anyway, it all started with, Henry, the little guy. I guess he's been taken in now by King Ezekiel and Carol, who are together. He's, taking everybody that's working water, and the guy got some water, and Henry went to go to the next person, and the guy pushed him down and took it and just started drinking it, which, Henry is a little feisty motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He don't play that shit. He kind of remind me of Carl when Carl was younger coming up. So he took his, I want to say, what the fuck is it's the stick that Morgan gave him, because Morgan was teaching him how to defend himself, and, he got up, hit him in the back of the leg, knocked him down, which hurt my man's ego, and he got up to try to attack Henry, but Daryl, who was there working, he's the leader of the saviors as of now. He's seen it and told him, look, he's just doing his job, pushed him down, and the guy threw some sand in his face, and they started fighting. Rick and them seen that, they ran up there, broke it up, and next scene is you see Carol, Daryl, and Rick in a tent. They're arguing, they trying to figure out why or what's the best way to deal with it. Daryl is definitely had it up to here with trying to, be Rick's right-hand man and try to appease him and do, and be the leader of the saviors. He doesn't like that. He wants to be, on his motorcycle, patrolling the outskirts of the communities and doing everything that we accustomed to him doing ever since the beginning of this show. But Rick is trying to plead with him to get him to just be patient and, see this plan through. And they asked each other, Rick said something about we on the same page, and Daryl said, are we? Are we, Rick? And walks out, and Carol says, I get what you're trying to do. I agree with it. You're trying to do the right thing, but you need to go talk to Daryl. And, that didn't happen in this episode, obviously. But you also had Enid and Sadiq trying, Sadiq is teaching her, how to be, I ain't gonna say she's never gonna be on his level because he went to school for, to be a doctor, but he's passing down some knowledge that he has to her because he can't be in each community like that. So he's gonna have to have somebody that can tend with, injuries, illnesses, and all those things, so they can keep the people up to health, in good health. So he was teaching any of that. And Rick came and said, well, I need you back in Alexandria. And you could tell by the look on Enid's face, she's kind of nervous, like, he's leaving? You know what I'm saying? And she's okay, I got it. Rick says, I know you do. And you got, him and Eugene going over plans and getting an update. And, pretty much they lost 6 saviors in 1 month, which is obviously alarming because the saviors are struggling big time. That is why Rick and Michonne are constantly, in communications with Maggie to get food from the hilltop to take back to the saviors. And that's why Maggie's saying, look, they help put the work on the bridge. They got to use their manpower to help build this bridge. I will give them food. So that is a whole conflict in itself. You got Michonne who, takes her horse and goes to the hilltop to talk to Maggie and Jesus. And while she's there, she sees Earl wife begging Jesus to talk to Maggie to allow her to see her husband, who has been locked up for a month because he tried to kill Maggie under the influence of Gregory, who got hung in last week's episode. Thank God, because he tapped into his weakness. Earl had been 20 years sober of alcohol, and the loss of their son Kenneth in the previous episode kind of pushed him and his wife overboard. And Gregory, being the asshole that he is, he took advantage. He preyed on that moment of weakness, and he talked him up into doing some stupid, crazy shit that got him locked up and got himself killed. But Jesus, after having a conversation with Michonne, talked to Maggie and said, pretty much that you're a good person. Good people don't always have to agree, but that, come on now, that is his wife. They're dealing with the loss of their son. Obviously, Gregory he was pulling the strings, and kind of got him riled up to go to attempt to kill Maggie, in last episode. So Maggie, being the person that she is, she's hardened now with the death of, Glenn and her father and, her sister way back, Beth, and all the other shit that's been, happening just since the beginning of this. She's still a good person at heart. She's just trying to figure out things, you know what I'm saying? Because she's still in the back of her mind. She loves Rick, but she's still upset with him about allowing Negan to survive, as well as Michonne. But the good part of Maggie comes to the forefront, and she allowed Earl's wife to see him. They talked, hugged, laughed, smiled, and kissed each other. And then she went on about her business. And later on in the episode, Maggie comes back. She's talking to Earl, asking him why that he started drinking and what led him to this point. Because she said, when I got you to build these bars, this prison, I didn't think you would be the first person I put in there. And that was a touching moment because, she obviously didn't foresee this coming, but, that is, the unexpected of the Walking Dead. But they had a conversation. He explained to her, he was like, after I quit smoking, I quit drinking, ironically, and said that it was always bad, so it wasn't nothing that became worse. It was just always bad. Once he cut out the smoking, he had to be dependent on something, and that's where the alcohol come in at. So, he was 20 years sober, but, it turned like that after the death of his son. But he was telling her how, he went to go get the babysitter. They was on hard times. I think his wife's name was Tabitha. I think so. Tammy or Tabitha, one of them. Correct me in the comment section down below. But, he went to go, pick up Kenneth when he was a little baby. He said the babysitter smelled the whiskey on him. Didn't want to give up the child, but he, it's his son. So he got him and was driving. Then he said he just pulled over, called Tabitha, and she came and got him. And he said he thought that she was going to lose him, or that he was going to lose her. But he said that she said, look, we married, we took oath to be together thick and thin. And from that moment right then and there, he went cold turkey. Cold turkey, didn't drink, didn't get tempted by it or anything. And boom. And, she was leaving, as Maggie was leaving the prison, Earl said, why did you kill Gregory and not me? And Maggie said, you think I made a mistake? And he said, no. So, and she was like, good. And then they had a conversation, Michonne and Maggie, and pretty much she agreed to be receptive and, open to the idea that Michonne had, suggested to her, let's come up with some common laws. But Maggie also said that, look, I'm still going to rule how I rule. And Michonne said, I'm not asking you to do anything different. And pretty much they're going to have a meeting of the minds, come up, try to, meet in the middle, get some common ground on these common laws, and go from there. What else happened, man? You had Gabriel and what's her name from the what's her name? Yeah, y'all know. I know her name, man. I know her name. Y'all know what I'm talking about, from the Trash Bag Family, whatever they call themselves. Anyway, they got it on. They were bumping and grinding. You know, she nasty, man. She'll go. You see what she tried to do with Rick. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what she did, man. In front of Michonne, she tried to, you know what I'm saying, get with him. You know what I'm saying? So, I forget her fucking name. It's somewhere the IS at the end. Tradus. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, Jedis, something like that. Anyway, they were talking. He had her draw a picture, you know, and they was talking about it later, and she started rubbing on him, and he was like, shit, I'm with it, half blind at all. I'm finna get up in it and beat it down. So they did that. Pretty much, also, damn, I skipped over Aaron. Aaron got his fucking arm amputated. You know why? Because old fuck boy said his walkie-talkie was dead, but Daryl's like, it's a solar system. You didn't think to check to see if it was dead, it's charged. Whooped his ass, about to kill him. Carol said, stop. We'll handle it, not like that. Then Rick seen him, he said, you know what? He said, you need to get your bitch on the leash. That's what old boy told Rick. He said, no, come here. He said, I was a cop. And I spent all Saturdays, you know, picking y'all up, picking guys like you up, and hearing y'all blame everybody else for y'all fuck-ups. He said, I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. I ain't doing a good impersonation, but you know, I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not doing it anymore. In the morning, I want you back. Just shut up and leave. He said, you ain't gotta ask me. I wouldn't stay if you begged me. He said, if you do something else, stitches won't be good enough to cover up what I'm gonna do to you. So that motherfucker got gone. And as this motherfucker walking, motherfucker drinking, dope, blow, whatever, he sees somebody familiar. He walked to the woods. He said, what are you doing? And then somebody just snatched him or did something. I'm thinking it's the Whispers. That's what I'm thinking. But it could be some of the saviors that didn't come back, because I forget old boy name. It went to Rick when they was going with the whole, when he was talking to Tara on the radio, on the walkie-talkie, and he was saying that it was like 6 or so saviors that left and didn't come back. And maybe it's either the Whispers or they indeed trying to rebel against Rick and leave and maybe, you know, start their own thing up. But, you know, I think that's something to keep an eye on. You know, I don't know which one it is, because Michonne also said that they didn't get the gas or whatever they were sending to the Hilltop. That's why the food wasn't there. And that was one of the reasons why she wanted to go make that visit. So, I don't know, but it's either the Whispers, which I have a strong feeling that it is, or it could be some of the saviors rebelling and starting to, you know, pick up and build their own community. Who knows? But to cap the episode off, we went back to the scene with Rick, and then it was the extended conversation. Rick was telling him, man, it was beautiful at the end, you know, because everybody was laughing and joking, even though it was a stressful day, and Aaron almost got killed and this and that, but it was beautiful. It was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And we're thriving. And Negan was like, you know, what are you setting this stuff up for, Carl? And Rick said, don't you ever speak his name again. And pretty much Negan said, look, you're not building a better future. You're building it for, he just said something like, you're not building a better, you're not building for the future. You're building for me. And Negan, both these motherfuckers are aged at this point, gray hair, full of beards, don't look the same. Negan is ready to come back out with Lucille and take over. So it was a good episode. On a cool rating scale, I'll give it a 8.5. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode from beginning to end, and I feel that it's gonna get better from here on out. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to drop a comment, drop them down below. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you see from this channel. Also, hit those notifications on. Hit that notification button so you get notified every time I upload content. Until next time, I am out. Peace.